Hi guys, I'm Tom.
And I'm Nana. Welcome to episode 2 of The Home Date.
We're going to show you how to cook a 3-course steak dinner for you and your date from start to finish.
So please stick around.
For a full list of ingredients, shopping list, and more, click the blog link in the description under the video to read the blog post.
If you follow our steps, it only takes about an hour and 15 minutes to prepare.
Cost of ingredients, not including staples like oil, sugar, and flour, which you should already have, was less than $40 in New York City.
We did most of the shopping at Aldi's. The wine was another $11. We're starting tonight off with an appetizer of cheese and red grapes.
A hard-aged cheese goes well here.
Our main dish is pan-seared, butter-basted New York strip steak with a mushroom sauce.
For sides, we have mashed potatoes and green beans with sauteed tomatoes and sunflower seeds and butter and basil.
Dessert is strawberry shortcake. We're using Chef John's grandfather's recipe from foodwishes.com.
For wine, I'd go with a Cabernet Sauvignon or a Bordeaux. We went with a 2016 Bordeaux, which was a blend of Cab and Merlot grape. There's no way I could pronounce the name, so check out the pictures of the blog if you want to try the same wine yourself.
About 35 minutes before you expect your guests to arrive, you're going to start making the strawberry shortcake and prepping the other ingredients.
You can wait to do this all when they get there, but I think it's nice to focus more attention on them once they're here.
Start preheating your oven to 425 degrees.
And put an empty bowl in the freezer to use later to make whipped cream.
We will start some work on the strawberry shortcake.
Macerating strawberries takes at least 30 minutes, so make sure to prep these first.
Wash and slice the strawberries.
Add the sugar and mix the coat. Then cover the bowl with plastic wrap and put it in the fridge until after dinner.
Melt the butter for the dough in a small skillet. We are going to cook it for 5 minutes over medium heat so it starts to brown a little.
While the butter is browning, we'll mix the flour, baking powder, salt, and sugar together in a bowl.
Once the butter is brown, add the milk and heavy cream to the dry mix, followed by the melted butter, and start stirring.
Once it starts forming a ball, you can continue kneading the dough with your hands.
Start shaping it in 1-inch thick rectangle and cut it. Place it on lined baking sheet and bake at 425 degrees. Set timer to 15 minutes when the cake should be done.
We cut the dough in half to make 2 cakes, but that was too big. You probably want to cut it into 4 cakes.
Or you can just halve the recipe.
No.
Why not?
If you do that, you don't get to have strawberry shortcake the next day.
Oh my god. With the cakes baking in the oven, we can start prepping our other ingredients.
Take the steak out of the fridge so it starts to get to room temperature. Salt and pepper both sides. Make sure the steak doesn't stay out for more than 2 hours.
Start to prep the other ingredients for the sides and sauce.
Wash, peel, and cut up the potatoes into roughly 1-inch cubes so they boil faster.
Slice up the shallots.
Slice up the mushrooms. And slice the grape tomatoes.
Why is the screen black? And why is it showing everything we say?
I kind of forgot to film slicing the tomatoes.
Well, I don't like it.
Alright, let me check and see if I can find some free stock footage.
Ta-da! Thank you, Polina Kabalova.
Cut up the tomatoes and finish getting your other ingredients ready. And start cleaning up a little bit before your date arrives.
When the timer goes off, check the cake. Poke it with the toothpick, and if toothpick comes out dry, it's ready. Otherwise, let it bake a little bit more.
Now when your guest arrives, put out the cheese and grapes so your guest has something to snack on while you finish dinner.
Pour 2 glasses of wine if you are drinking and set aside 1/3 cup of the wine for the mushroom sauce.
Set up your pot of water and steamer basket so it's ready when we need it for the green beans. Start boiling your potatoes on high heat in salted water.
Once they start boiling, reduce heat to medium. Don't forget to add a bay leaf. At the same time you start boiling the potatoes, put the pan you're using for the steak on high heat and get it up to temperature.
Once the pan is hot enough, add some canola oil and sear the steak for about 3 minutes. After about 3 minutes, flip it over for another 3 minutes. With both sides nicely browned, turn the heat down to low.
Add some rosemary sprigs and butter to the pan and start basting the steak with the butter.
I like to do this off the heat in the beginning so the pan cools down a bit and the butter doesn't brown too fast.
Flip the steak once or twice as you're basting, and in about 8 to 10 minutes it should be done. Use a meat thermometer to get to the right temperature.
130 for medium rare, and it'll go up a little bit while resting.
Or whatever temperature suits your gastronomic leisure. The potato should be fork tender at about the same time as the steak.
Drain the potatoes. If you have a ricer, use it to rice the potatoes. Otherwise, just use a masher. Add some salt, the heavy cream, and the butter.
Mix to combine. Taste to see if it needs more salt. Leave about 1 tablespoon of fat in the pan used to cook the steak and start sauteing the shallots over medium heat.
Add the red wine to deglaze the pan.
Use your spatula to scrape up any bits of fond on the bottom and the sides of the pan. Add your mushrooms.
Add the green beans to the steamer. Then add the beef broth to the mushroom sauce. If you don't have the packets, just add 3 or 4 tablespoons of other concentrated broth. Continue to simmer it over low heat.
If the sauce is looking dry, add some water, like 1/4 cup.
In another pan, melt some butter and add the sunflower seeds, salt, and pepper.
Add your tomatoes and basil.
It's winter here and I don't have fresh basil growing, so we tried using the basil in the squeeze tube and it was actually pretty good.
We have everything at all times in New York. The green beans only need 5 minutes in the steamer.
The tomatoes basically just need to be warmed up a bit and not get mushy.
Turn off all the burners and stop plating.
Slice the steak in 1/2-inch thick pieces.
Thick pieces.
Looks like we went a little over on the temp here.
Add mashed potatoes and green beans to the plate. Top the green beans with some of the tomatoes. Add your steak to the plate. Then top the steak with the mushroom sauce and you're ready to eat dinner.
After you're done eating the main course, it's time to get dessert ready. Slice the shortcake in half, place the bottom on each plate, and top it with the strawberries. Make sure you put lots of juice to soak into the cake. Add the top half and more strawberries. Take the bowl out of the freezer and add your cold heavy cream to it, and start whisking. After it starts to thicken, add some sugar. Then a few drops of vanilla, and continue to whisk until it's thick enough. The whole process takes less than 5 minutes, and you don't need to get it too thick.
Top your cake with the whipped cream and serve.
We hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe.
And click on the notification bell to see the next one.
We're going to try to make at least one new video a month. If you wind up making this dinner yourself, please leave a comment here or send us a picture on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram.
Make sure you tag us so we can see it.